Hey guys, Josh from Solution Based. So came back into the office and the whiteboard, going to run through a few different items. We're going to start with furnace efficiency. Furnace efficiency, you'll hear us technicians or your salesmen say things like, oh, it's an 80% unit, it's a 90% unit, it's a 95% unit. What that means is this, okay? That number, that percentage of efficiency, is how much you're actually getting delivered into the house after the combustion process. So if you have an 80% efficient unit, and I'll get a little bit of details in that in a second, then 20% of the fuel that you're paying for, whether it be gas or oil, okay, or propane, is going up the chimney, and 80% is going into the home, approximately, okay? And 80% units are the standard for very many years until we came up with condensing furnaces, and then we've got 90% units, and now 15, 20 years later we have 95, 96, 97, even 98% efficient furnaces that you're able to get. So really the 80, 90 and other numbers, and 95% are kind of misnomers. 80% units are actually running at about 84% efficiency, most of them, okay? That's the true number that you're actually getting in your efficiency. 90% units, okay, and this is all like just common nomenclature. 90% units run at about 92% efficiency, and the truth of the matter is 90% units went the way of the dinosaurs. They were the first incarnation of condensing furnaces, and pretty much if you have somebody trying to install a 90% furnace in your home at this point, furnace, not boiler, 90% furnace, then you probably should look for somebody else. That technology is pretty much fallen by the wayside. And then we have today's, so these are still viable because in many houses we're still venting into a chimney. And this is the type of system that you have if you're venting into a chimney. This one and then the next one up from that vent through PVC to the outside. And oftentimes you either a customer doesn't want to go through the expense of a new vent system, or in some cases, like in row homes in Philadelphia or in some areas where we have finished basements or things like that, it's so cost prohibitive to run the vent system that it's not worth it, and we stick with the original vent through the chimney method. And that, there's sometimes good call for that. Whenever I can, I get you high efficiency, but I'm not going to rip your whole house apart to do so, and then we revert back to the original efficiency. And then today, we have 95 through 98% efficient furnaces. And that is pretty much, if you had a 90 installed, you're upgrading to this 95 to 98. And those numbers are pretty true. A 95% efficient runs at about 95.5, and the 98 runs at about 98. They're much more accurate. You don't have that 2% or that 4% as much with those systems. You are going to want to think about what you're purchasing. If you already have the vent system, you're going to go with a 95% or greater unit. Well, what's the difference between the 95 and the 98%? I'm going to tell you a lot of complication. So in order to get from 95 to 98, you're adding some other components. Your blower changes. Your gas valve changes to a two-stage gas valve. There are other things that change. And I will say this, unlike a lot of things that I say, be careful with efficiency, furnace efficiency, you can get away with being pretty efficient all the way up into that 96, 97, 98%, because the technology's been around for a long time, so a lot of the bugs have been worked out, a lot of the difficulty's been worked out, and there is still some simplicity there. Like a two-stage gas valve. Two-stage gas valve will fire, if you have an 80,000 BTU unit, will fire at 40 or 80,000 BTUs. Well, there's some value there. On a 55-degree day, when you just need to knock the chill off, it will just give you 40,000 BTUs because that's all you need. Well, that saves a lot of money and gives you some comfort level that firing everything all at once doesn't quite give. And because it's been two-stage gas valves have been around for so long, they're robust and they're not going to be problematic. Where a lot of other types of efficiencies, that are newer can be problematic or are just still too complicated to really want to put them everywhere. They can just be a bugger, and who wants to put in something that's, you know, the nicest, newest Maserati, and this thing's so nice, but it comes with a complication level that you're always fixing the thing. So there's a balance to be struck there. This is my opinion. Many HVAC contractors want to sell you the brand newest 20 SEER everything and fancy. Listen, I'm okay with really nice equipment. What I am is conservative about putting a problem into my customer's house. And the last thing I want to do is have somebody spend all this money on a beautiful system and then have it, you know, nickel and dime them to death with small problems. That's really annoying. So that's why I'm conservative about that. So 80% vents into a chimney, 90%, by the way, the dinosaurs, but still goes through PVC venting to outside. Here is your condensing system here at 95 to 98%, and that's what you're going to get if you already have a vent system installed or if you're planning on putting a new one in. So furnace efficiency. Thanks, guys.